peeps, GibbMeister XB1 here again with another video, and I'm going to be talking about this graphics update, what DX12 is supposed to do performance wise for the Xbox One. Now a lot of people seem to think that when this drops fully, this DX12, it is going to make the Xbox One the superior console towards PC and everything, which is not true. It's not true. A lot of people don't understand how DX12 works. DX12 will give devs more tools and more stuff to work with within the game. So what this means is that it's going to be constant. The games are going to be coming constant 1080p 60 frames per second, and it gives them a nice steady frame rate to work with on these games. A lot of people think that DX12 was a fucking new IP by Microsoft, but it's not. That's not the case. I've seen a lot of these fanboys saying it's gonna beast the PS4. The PS4. Did you know the PS4 is actually a lot faster and smarter now than the Xbox One? Now, I'm saying now, which it is. As you notice, the games on there are running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, whereas the Xbox sort of like tends to go in 900 to 720p, 900p. At a lock's 30 frames, or the games are coming now 60 frames per second. So I just want to clear some things up with a few of these people on here who say that once this DX12 drops, it's not going to be a game changer. It is going to improve the Xbox One's functions. It is going to help the Xbox One. The only thing is about this rumour about this double stacking. If it was double stacked inside the Xbox One, I thought it was double stacked. I've researched more into it. It can't be double stacked because once DX12 is implemented, if this was double stacked, then you might as well just make it a George Foreman grill, because within about 10 minutes of an update, if that was implemented, you'd see you'd be able to fry your steaks and eggs on your Xbox One. The red ring of death, what happened in the 360. So it is going to help devs. It is going to be more user friendly towards devs. But a lot of devs seem to be saying now that the PlayStation 4 is easier to work with what's inside the PS4 compared to what's inside the Xbox One. So, excuse me, I've just got a bit of a cold. So this could be a big game changer for Microsoft, or it could go the other way. I just don't want them to release something where it's gonna internally, cause a big problem inside the Xbox One. What happened with the red ring of death on the 360s? As you know, the consoles are nearly 5 months old, nearly 6 months old. Sorry. So I've had no problems with my Xbox One. I've had no issues. The only issues I've had is because I'm in the beta. I get sometimes a lock screen, a freeze up, and obviously the problem with the disc drive with the Blu-rays and game discs. But now I had another update, so that seemed to have fixed that. I don't know whether the updates drop live for normal X1 users. I'm not quite sure. That you have to let us know in the comment section. Yeah. So before jumping on the hype train about this DX12, you've got to just research it a bit more, because I was that thing, but I've actually done my research. It is going to be on par with the PS4, but that's to say, now if we're behind the PS4 now, what will the PS4 do in a year's time, 2 years time? How advanced are they going to be? Or are Microsoft going to keep on level with the PS4, like what Phil Spencer said? He wants to make the Xbox One the all-in-one console, for every household. So it is going to be interesting this year. We're going to have, we're going to see some good games. We're going to see some changes in September when the X1 releases in the 26 countries what are listed. As you know now, we're only about 1.6 million consoles behind. 2.6 million consoles behind Sony. They're just approaching 7 million. So I just want to say congratulations to Sony on that. Obviously, it is in 53 countries compared to Microsoft's 13, but it just shows that it's still out there. The slogan is still there for PlayStation, for the players. and it seems to keep producing this H1Z1, is it? This game, this free MMO. Looks rather interesting, that game. I know everyone's saying it's a DayZ type game, DayZ rip-off, and but they're coming out with stuff like, I've knocked them a few times saying they've got no games because of all these indies and that. But if you're as old as me, I'm 36. I've been a gamer since I was about 3 or 4 years old. I ain't gonna be born with a joypad in me, and I don't know. My mum's not told me yet. So, Mum, if you're watching, let us know. So I mean, these indie games, a lot of people say, well, why would you want to play indies? It's a next generation console. Well, it's not a next generation console now. It's this generation console now. So we can stop saying next gen now. We are in the next gen era. So it is this generation of consoles. Also, the Wii U, they're knocking out some fine games at the moment. It has caught my interest. A few games. I watched a lot of videos on here. I watch Fat Gamer, Drone Crusher, and I watch Fat's videos and the games he gets, and the same with Drone Crusher. I watch his videos. He seems to have some games I've never heard of there, and it makes me want to, after I've seen his videos, I go on YouTube then to look at these games. So it is going to be an interesting 2 years for the Xbox division. Phil Spencer's got a big job on his hands. I don't think anything. There's nothing to worry about on the Xbox side. Obviously, his job is to get these sales up now for Microsoft and the Xbox brand, and I think that will happen in September. And with E3 coming up as well, I'm really excited for that. As I said before in one of my previous videos, I do think Microsoft are going to win this E3. I just can't see Sony, unless they mention a new IP. I mean, they're talking about now The Last of Us remastered. I know a lot of my friends who've got PlayStation 4s, and they said they won't be buying it because they've played it on the PS3. Why pay $60? Oh, it's going to be £50 over here for the same game. Alright, it includes DLC, but it just looks like it's got an Instagram filter over onto just to brighten it up with the effects. I mean, it's not exactly a new game they're building. They're just polishing the PS3 version to me. And there's a lot of blind people who won't admit this. They say, oh, well, when Halo gets released, Halo Anniversary, are you going to milk that and say, oh, no, that's all right because we're the Xbox fanboys and we like Halo, we love Halo. No, if they brought another Halo out, what I'd already played, I don't think I would play it. It's just all it is The Last of Us HD. That's it, remastered. But it's on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to link 2 screenshots in here so you can see the comparison from the PS3 to the PS4 version. The PS4 version just looks a little bit polished. But obviously, we've not seen gameplay yet, so I can't criticise it. I'd say the gameplay will come in the next 4 weeks or even at E3. So we'll see how it goes anyway, guys. So I just thought I'd drop this video just to inform you about that. No fanboyism at all. And just rate, like, comment and subscribe and just keep it gaming. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.